All right, welcome everybody to our Down and Dirty at 1:30 Central Time. This is Vishan Borich from Team Tough, and I just wanted to welcome you today. I'm looking pretty casual. I literally just got back from picking black raspberries with my sons. We took the morning off, had a great time, and just went out and had a ball. So I've got my hat on here. This is my One Tough Chick hat because I'm also known as the Tough Mama, and it seemed appropriate to put on my hat since I literally just hopped out of the shower after being out in all the thorn brushes of those black raspberries. We had a good time. So glad you're here. I hope you're having a great Monday so far. And today's hangout is pretty special because I'm going to be working with you to answer 4 big problems that you probably have and how to solve them. Now you're probably wondering, okay, well, what are those problems? And I don't have a presentation today. I'm just going to talk to you face to face. Imagining you're here sitting with me and you just had some blackberries and you're enjoying some nice iced tea right now with me here in my office. So let me tell you what those 4 big problems are. So I wrote them down so that I wouldn't forget what they are, but I actually polled people who have been following me for quite a while online via my email newsletter, and I sent some private emails out. You might have been one of them that got them, and I just said, what is the biggest issue right now in your life that if it was solved, you could, it would be a much sweeter life for you. And I got a variety of different answers from folks, but they all fell into one of 4 categories. And so I summarized what those 4 problems are. I'm going to share right now. Sound good? All right. So the first one was how to have more time. Seems like everybody's so busy and they just don't have the time to do the things they want to do, especially with it being summertime. A lot of folks wish they could ditch their day job so they could be out on the lake or spending more time with their family, especially if you have kids. They're out of school this time of year, and I know there's a lot of working parents who they have to put their kids in daycare or summer camp or summer school just because, or if they're lucky enough they have a grandparent or somebody that they can spend the summer with. Well, I'm the type that believes that you should be able to have time right now, no matter what age you are, so that you can enjoy the things that you love doing in your life. So we're going to share with you today how you can have more time. The second problem that a lot of folks have is how to get more leads to an existing business. Maybe you've got your own business and you really want to make it grow because it would give you more time, for example, more money, more time, if you had a business that was producing leads. And so I'm going to talk about that today and how you might be able to get more leads to your business. All right. And then the third big issue was how to make more sales in an existing business. So maybe you're already getting leads and those are coming in daily, but you're not getting the types of conversions or sales that you would like to get in your business. So how do you do that? How do you not making those sales? So we'll share some tips there. And then finally, the last one, and definitely not the least, this one was a pretty common theme throughout, and that is how to earn more money. If you had more money, then you wouldn't be as stressed out about working a job. You wouldn't be as stressed out about lack of time because you had the money and income that you could float yourself for a little while, right? So we're going to tell you some tips on how you can actually earn more money in your life and start living a little bit more freely so that you're not so stressed out. You're not working your tail off 24/7 and not feeling like you're ever getting ahead, which seems to be another constant theme is people just don't feel, and maybe you do, you don't feel like you can ever get ahead. You're trying and you're trying and you're trying, but you're just not where you want to be in your life. All right, do those sound good? I'm going to check and see who's here live with me. Oh, there's Jerry. Hey, Jerry Rowe, good to see you, girl. So yeah, it looks like Jerry's the only one logged in. So make sure if you're watching this live today, go ahead and click below. You'll see there's a chat window. Log in there. It's free to log in and tell me hello. That way I know that you're actually watching these Down and Dirties and you're getting value from it. And if you have questions too, type them in there and I'll try to answer them as we go along. Awesome. Thank you. All right, so let's get started with the first one that I mentioned, and that is how to have more time. Okay, so I want to give you just a thought here. So, have you ever really studied really wealthy people? You know, if you look at somebody who's super wealthy, super rich, do they have longer hours? Do you think? Is that how they got rich? You know, do they have higher education? Is that what caused them to get wealthy? Is that higher education? Do they have, you know, better circumstances? Maybe they didn't go through as much stuff that you did, and that's why they're rich. You know, what are the things that you think about when you think about having wealth? And the reason I'm mentioning this, and it all ties into time as well, is because a lot of folks believe that in order to have more time, you have to have more money. But what they don't understand is that people who are super wealthy, they aren't working longer hours to make more wealth. Okay, they actually are doing something called leveraging systems. I'm glancing down, looking at my notes here. They're leveraging systems in order to become more wealthy. So those systems allow them to make money without actually working. So they could be out spending time with their kids, spending time with their spouse, you know, traveling, doing more things that they enjoy doing, and making money while they're doing those things. That is true freedom, right? So how do you get to that point? Well, if you want to have more time, that you need to do is to become a business owner. Okay, now you're probably thinking, because this is what I used to think, if you're a owner, doesn't that just mean that you're working even harder because now you have a business that you have to run, you have to you know, be in the shop if it's a brick and mortar place, or you know, constantly be working if it's your own business. So you're really just trading a job, a business where you're working even harder because it's your own business. That's not what I'm saying. There's a difference between running a business and owning a business. Okay, you want to become an owner of a business. An owner of a business is somebody who uses systems or people or both in order to keep the business going without them physically having to be there. That's how you create time in your life. If you're having trouble, you know, with your own free time, like you have enough of it, it's because you're probably working for somebody else, which basically means you're trading your time for money, okay, and not very much money. I mean, let's be real here. Most jobs do not pay as much as we would like to pay us. Consider that you're there for, you know, 8, 10, sometimes I mean, I've known people that work, I mean, ungodly amounts of hours in 1 week, and they're working for somebody else for a flat amount of money. They don't get extra. They're on salary. They don't get overtime when they're on salary, and they just work their tail off just to keep. Is that really the way to live? You know, it's like, to me, it's like you've just given up on all your freedom, and that is not what I wanted. And I teach my students when I coach them, you know, how do you develop more time freedom? So what I challenge you to do is to look for ways to create income without working for somebody else. And there are so many different ways to do that. And towards the end of the call, I'll share a few of those with you. But you want to look for things that you can sell or provide a service where you don't actually have to do the work. Okay, so if you can use like affiliate structures, or if you can use other people and use them as like a subcontractor, and they do the work, but you earn the bigger percentage of the money and you pay them less than what you earn. Now they're doing the work and you're making money off of it. Okay, this is how the very rich get time freedom. They find other ways to make money without them physically being present. Okay. So I will give you 2 more tips, and that are 2 books that I recommend that you read that'll help you understand the concept of time freedom. And I'm going to go ahead and type them into the chat. So the first is The 4-Hour Work Week, and that's by Timothy Ferriss. And I'm just typing it into the chat right now. Okay, I just posted that one. And the second one is The Cash Flow Quadrant. And I'm going to butcher his last name, but it's by Robert Kiyosaki. Kiyosaki. Yeah, that's right. But just if you look those up, both of those books are so powerful. I've read both of them actually multiple times, and they really open your mind to what's possible and how you can make way more money working for yourself than you ever could working for somebody else. And working for yourself, I mean leveraging systems that work for you. Okay, so that's the first problem solver. The second one is, how do you get more leads in an existing business? Like maybe you already are a business owner and you have a business, you have products or services that you can offer that once they're set up, they sell on their own. But the problem you're running into is getting eyeballs to your offer. Maybe you don't have as many customers, you don't have as many clients as you'd like. What do you do in those cases? How do you get more people to want what you have? Okay, so here's what I do. Okay, so the first question you need to ask yourself in order to answer the problem of not having enough leads is, right now in your life, do you have more time or more money? Okay, if you have expendable income that you've set aside specifically to market your business, then that is a little bit quicker way, because you can invest that money into paid strategies to get more leads to your business. Paid strategies would be, these are marketing strategies that I'm talking about. Paid strategies would be things like solo ads, which is basically buying traffic from somebody else who already has a lot of traffic. They help promote your link to people that they already are, that are already on their list. Okay, and you buy those. You buy those eyeballs so that they can come to your list. It can be very expensive depending on which solo ad provider that you locate. It's not for beginners. If that's something that you want for your business, then you need to solo ads and how they work. And we actually have a training program that I've been through, and I can teach you if that's something that you want to get into. The other thing is pay-per-click is basically you're running ads on the internet that people, when they click on it, then the provider of those ads website charges you money for those clicks. Okay, and there's different examples. You've probably heard of them, but Facebook offers this. Like when you're in your Facebook feed, a lot of times you'll see in your news feed something that says sponsored. It looks like a regular image or something in your news feed, but whoever posted that, if it says sponsored, they actually are paying for it through Facebook. And it's a tremendous resource. I do enjoy Facebook for that, because there's so many people that are on Facebook, and you can literally target exactly the type of people that you want. For instance, since Jay's on here, if you wanted to target people that specifically are women that like makeup or are looking for makeup and the latest styles, because I know Jerry does Mary Kay. So if you're looking for stuff like that, then you can hyper target people with Facebook pay-per-click and find just women who like makeup or are looking for a Mary Kay provider. Okay, there's ways to do that, and we do some training in that, how you can find those people. Another way is through Google, which everybody knows Google. They have a pay-per-click ad program similar to what Facebook pay-per-click does. Bing, which is a competitor to Google, they also have their own ad program. And then YouTube just recently started a paid ad campaign program where you can run ads on videos that are on YouTube, as well as Instagram, are owned by Facebook. I don't know if you knew that. You can run an ad through Facebook that shows up on people's Instagram account. So there's a lot of different options there if you have a little bit of a budget that you can on a weekly, monthly basis. Okay, a good budget to start with if you're brand new to paid advertising for your business is to, at minimum, look at $10 per day. Okay, and that's to get you started and start getting traffic to your business, right? All right, if you have more time than you do money, which a lot of folks are in that boat, right? You're like, oh, I don't even have. Well, then you can start off with free strategies. Free strategies take time. They're time consuming, right? But they work. They definitely work. You just have to learn the system, learn the strategy, and get better at it. So some of the one students are Instagram. That's my favorite. I'm just going to tell you that right now. Instagram has been extremely profitable for me. I've learned the art of scaling up within Instagram so that I get more and more people involved in business opportunities. Sorry, my phone's going off here. I just want to make sure everybody can still hear me. We haven't lost sound. On occasion, we do lose sound. Okay. I'll keep going though until I hear otherwise. So Instagram is a good one. YouTube, there's a strategy, a free strategy that you can use on YouTube in order to grow your business. There's also Twitter and Pinterest. Those have really taken off. So if you are interested in those free strategies, those are some areas that you can learn how to do, either through me or through different websites and books. They'll teach you how you can monetize and get more leads from those free strategies. I will give you a little tip here. If you're looking for a great way to get started with Instagram, got phones and everything going off today. Turn that off. So I'll type in here where you can get some Instagram, some free training. I'm going to type a link into the chat window. So I actually produced a basic training for Instagram. Okay, and it's just igtraining.teamtough.com. So when you go in there, you'll have the capability to go through not only part 1 of Instagram training, but part 2 as well. And after you've gone through that, Meta gets you the advanced training. There is a cost for the advanced training because it's very, very deep in the system. But if you really want to do what I'm doing with getting more and more leads to your business, this is a great place to start. Okay? All right, so that's how you're going to get more leads, is by focusing on one of those strategies. Don't try to do them all at the same time. You'll go nuts. Pick one strategy, either the time strategy or the money strategy, and learn all you can about that strategy, and you will start seeing leads coming into your business. All right? All right, let's go to number 3. Number 3 is, how do you make more sales in an existing business? So on average, I'll just tell you what my ratios are. It's like every 30, it's closer to 40 these days, every 40 leads is when I get it. So every 40 emails I get on my list, the next one is a sale, typically, on average. So sometimes they'll come right in a row, and so on. So what you want to do is, if you are struggling in your business, it's probably because you're not getting 30 to 40 leads per day in your business. And if you're not, then that's where I would, before I start worrying about sales, worry about leads. It's kind of like you want to start where the bigger problem is. Okay? You need to have more leads before you can have more sales. So start with getting more leads, and then the next problem to solve is how to get more, okay? So how to make more sales in an existing business. Number 1 is stop doing what I call push marketing, and that's where you probably got these before, like Facebook is ripe with this, where people will message you and they act like they're all friendly, and the next sentence out of their mouth is, hey, I really think you should join this opportunity, blah, 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 blah. It'll be like a paragraph this long, and at the bottom it'll have a link that says, click here to join my business. Well, if you're currently marketing that way, stop it, because number 1, it doesn't work, and number 2, you get banned from Facebook. All right, people will block you and report to you because you're sending these unfiltered messages, spam basically, to people who aren't even interested in what. So that's not the way to get more sales. The way to get more sales is to provide value. Value. So find something that you know really well, okay? Something within your business that you know really well. Okay, I think I lost you guys. I hope you can see me again and everything's good. I don't know where I cut off, but I'll just finish up with, I'm doing number 3 on the list of problems that people have and how to solve them. And number 3 is how to make more sales in existing business. And what I just covered was, don't push people. In other words, don't just throw out your opportunity to everybody, especially on Facebook, or you will get banned. What you should do is do what I call attraction marketing, which instead of a push system, it's a pull. People will come to you because you provide value. So what types of things should you provide? Well, what I did was I made a list of things that I knew how to do really well. Okay, different things online specifically. And then I took one of those, one at a time. I chose one thing that solves a major problem that somebody has. So as an example, Instagram training, like the link I just gave you, I provide that for free. Okay, I provide that for free to people so that, number one, I can get their email. So now I just let the cat out of the bag. You'll see if you go to that link, I will ask for your email. So that's how you're going to get your free access to my Instagram training. And then I have your email. Within my emails that automatically start going out, because I've got, so that I have pre-written emails that automatically send, every other day or every day, depending on how I've got it scheduled, when somebody new signs up. So in those emails, you're going to get more value. I'm going to give you tips. I'm going to show you testimonials. I'm going to share some things that I learned. I'm going to invite you to hangouts like I'm doing now so that you can gain more knowledge and improve your life and your business. So I'm giving with the idea that eventually I'm going to give you so much that you can't help me. Okay, that's kind of the secret. It's not really a secret. Every professional marketer who's worth their ounce of what's the saying? Worth their ounce, and they will give more. They give and give and give and give, and because they provide so much value, their followers want to work with them. So that's really the key. So keep doing that. Look for ways to help people. And you'll find that, number one, you get more leads. Number two, people will give you more sales because they want what you have. All right. The other thing I would say is there's a magic word that you can use to help you in your sales. Okay, or phrase, not a word. And here it is. It's, I can help you if you want my help. Okay, I can help you if you want my help. Do you? So do you want my help? So you're asking them. You're asking them if they, like if you are an expert in makeup like Jerry is. Yeah, if you meet somebody who maybe is struggling with their makeup and their skin, and you can say, I can help you with that if you want. Do you want my help? They're going to say yes or no. If they say yes, now you just got your first yes, and you're ready to show them something that can help them, right? And that's about is showing people that you can help them if that's their problem. That's the key right there. Don't just try to help everybody because they may not have a problem right now. They may love what they have, what products they're using, what services. So just open the door to them and say, I can help you if you'd like my help. And then ask them, do you want my help? They respond, yeah. If they say no, then say, no big deal. I just wanted to throw that out at you. Happy to help. Have a great day. So keep it really casual because it's not about selling. It's about helping. And once you realize that, you know more than 90% of all internet marketers out there, all marketers, just by knowing that your job is to help. All right, the other thing I recommend if you're having trouble making sales is read up on books. Read books on selling. Get a mentor who is successful in business. Have them help you. Strategies. The other thing to do is, look at your speech, your pattern of speech when you're talking to somebody. Are you making it appear just by the words that you use that you're not an expert? Because people will not buy from you if they feel like you're not confident, or if they feel like you're trying to sell them instead of providing value, or if they sense that you don't really know your stuff. And there are some words and phrases and how you carry yourself and how you speak that can completely change the way those conversations go. If you're interested in some of that, I do offer some mentoring. Okay, and I've done this for a lot of my students where they're just stuck. They're not salespeople. They don't even know how to talk to people really. They're getting really scared and fearful when it's time to close a sale or get a new client, and they just aren't successful. So what I've done is I've been coaching people. We usually meet once a week, and I walk them through some tips on how they can change their speech in certain ways, very minor things, and you can script it out and talk to people in a way where they realize, yeah, I want to work with you. I get it. I get what you have, and I want to work with you. So then that's the one way that you can sell more. And it doesn't have to be verbal. It could be how you write. People are they can sense you write if you are a good salesperson or if you're trying to provide value. Okay? If they feel you're just selling them, they'll hightail it out of there, and they're not going to be interested in anything else you have to say. Okay, so I hope this kind of helps. Some great sales books. I Start with Why by Simon Sinek. In fact, I'll go back to here. So let me put it in here. It says Start with Why by Simon Sinek. And I'm giving you a whole library list here, but I read a lot, and you'll find that leaders are readers. Okay, if you want to be more successful than any of your peers, read more often, and not just anything, not just romance novels or comics or stuff like that, or newspapers. Read more books that are going to help you in your business, help you with selling, help you with lead generation, help you with time management, things like that. Any type of self-help or business books are going to help educate you much more effectively, just your entertainment type reading. Okay, and you can listen to them too. Like, one of the things I do is I listen to books. I love the app on my phone. It's called Audible, and it allows me to listen to books. I just get books on tape, or not on tape, but digital. It used to be on tape. I get digital books from the Amazon store. And you can just download them right onto your phone and then listen to them while you're driving, or when you're out and about running errands, or whatever. And it really is get a lot of reading in without having to sit and just read. So how to make more sales, I think I covered all of that. I recovered it because I got cut off there with the internet. So we're going to go to the last one. The last one is how to earn more money. This one is probably the biggest one. I didn't do these in order of popularity, but I will tell you the last one is probably the one that's the most popular, because there's so many people out there that are struggling financially. They're just not making the type of money that they need to provide for their family. They're just not making enough money to have expendable income to do the things they want to do, to go places to eat out, to travel. It's a big challenge, but it doesn't have to be. If you really want to make more money in your life, you need to find people. You need to get around people that already are doing well financially. Okay, and you need to ask questions. Ask them, what are they doing? What are they doing to earn more money? Are they, first of all, check out their lifestyle. Are they really wealthy, or are they just pretending to be wealthy? Because there's a lot of people out there, and you may know some, who they spend every last dime to drive some fancy car, but in reality, they can barely pay their mortgage, or they're living in a small little place because they can't afford something, because they put all their money into having this fancy car or fancy clothing. so that they looked rich. So do your research when you're hunting for people that are potential mentors to you. Find somebody who really, number one, is wealthy, and number two, who isn't working so hard that they don't have time. To me, that's not wealth. That's just burnout. Okay, I don't care if you're making $1 million. If you have absolutely no time for your family or no time to do anything because you're constantly at work, that you're just going to die an early death, in my opinion, because there's so much more to life than just money, right? But on the other side of it, if you know systems, if you leverage systems in order to make wealth while you're having fun, while you're spending time with your family or loved ones, you are leaps Okay, Jerry, can you hear me here? All right. If you didn't, if you couldn't hear me, I will go back and look at the recording. And if that doesn't have sound, I will do a voice over and I will add that to the recording. So internet's been a little crazy today. With that said, I'm going to head out. So take care. Make it a great day. Bye.